Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Ashley, and for today's video I have a thrift haul to share with you guys. I have been trying to change my style a little bit here and there. I am so in love with the cozy cottage aesthetic, but the more that I try it, the more that I lean towards provincial or French country or European style. Now, my house is full of anything. I love decorating with vintage, antique, and some new. I prefer to buy things that are secondhand because A, is cheaper, and B, not a lot of people have those same items. So I get the chance to find things that are not mass produced or are not in a lot of people's houses. So it makes my home feel more unique, curated, and thought of. So I have a few pieces that I want to share with you guys that I thrifted a few days ago, and I went into the thrift store with a list of things that I was looking for. I was looking for like Crocs or copper and things like that. I wrote a list, you guys, and I was like, this is what I'm gonna look for, because I was leaning towards the cottage aesthetic, like cottage core. Although I do have a few cottage core themed things in my home, my house looks and feels very moody. I don't know how to describe my style, but it's definitely not super cottagey, even though the name of my channel is A Cozy Cottage, as well as my Instagram handle. But I love ornate paintings. I love oil paintings. I love dark, moody stains in furniture and things like that. So video, I am showing you all these beautiful items that I thrifted, very affordable because they are secondhand. They're from the thrift store. And then I possibly will be decorating my china cabinet. If I don't do it in this video, it will definitely be on next week's video. But I do want to redo my dining table because my dining table needs to be redone. The tabletop is all scratched up, the stain is coming off, and it just looks ugly. So it needs a fresh coat of stain, but I am going to strip it down, sand it down, and give it a new, nice, pretty color of stain. Because when I first redid this table, I did it about, I think I want to say I redid it about 4 years ago, and my style of decor and my aesthetic was completely different from what it is now. I was more into the farmhouse style and the lighter wood tones and white furniture, white distressed stuff, like very shabby chic, and that is not my style anymore. So I want to give this table a dark stain. I just love dark stains, you guys. I think they make furniture look so beautiful and rich and very adult-ish. Not that if your house is different, it has different stains, is not adultish. That's just my opinion in my house. But anyway, I'm going to stop talking and I'm going to show you guys all these beautiful items that I thrifted. I cannot wait to show you. My first stop at this thrift store is the one on Base. I found this really pretty brown teapot. I almost brought it with me, but I ended up leaving it because I don't need a teapot, and I'm pretty sure somebody else would love something like that. So I left it. I'm trying to be more mindful of the things that I buy. Even if I like them, if I truly love them, I am going to bring it. But other than that, I just don't want to buy things just for the heck of it. I ended up I ended up seeing these copper mugs. They're so pretty. And these bowls and plates, it was in the full collection, so I ended up leaving it. They were $7 though, so it was a really good price. I also found this really pretty striped sweater. I have been looking for a sweater like this, so I definitely took it with me. I always love looking at the clothes at the thrift store. I also found this cute pink set. I also brought that with me. It's so cute. This dress was really pretty, but I didn't feel very confident in it, so I ended up leaving it. The next stop is Book Off. This is one of my favorite thrift stores to shop at for paintings or plates and bowls and things like that. I found this really cute little side table. I ended up leaving it, but now I'm second guessing, like maybe I should have got it and brought it with me. And then I was not looking for mirrors, but look at what I came across. Do you see it on the bottom? I love this mirror. You best believe that I brought that with me. I almost left it, but then I went around the store, kept walking around. I couldn't stop thinking about it, and I just couldn't leave it because it was only $17. I also found this little hutch. I also brought that with me. It's so pretty. It was not in great condition, but it's something that I could definitely fix myself. So it came home with me. And then this is the shop where they have a lot of bowls, mugs, plates, pottery, anything you name it. Everything is there's literally everything and anything. So I like to come look here for mugs and pretty things for my coffee bar or for my home. I ended up not taking anything from the ceramic section because I just didn't need anything, but their prices are really good. So if you are looking for bowls and plates and things like that, you should definitely give this book off a try. So the first items are these beautiful copper, I think they're called Moscow mules. I think that's how you pronounce it. Came together as a set, and these are so beautiful. This screams cottage to me. Full and copper tones make any kitchen look so like rich and beautiful. I don't know, I just love them. The color of them are so pretty, and I have these hung on a little mat, a little peg rack that I have mugs hanging off of them, and these complete the set. It looks so pretty. Next item is this cutting board. I love cutting boards. I have a collection of cutting boards that I actually do use. There's just one that I don't use. I just have it for like decor purposes, but all of my cutting boards, I do use them, and cutting boards are so great to thrift because most of the time they're gonna come used, but because they're wood, you can sand them down and recondition them and use them again. So I found this beautiful one. I love the color of it already. This one doesn't feel like it was used. So I'm going to sand it down and then recondition it so that I can actually use it as a cutting board. But it is just so beautiful. Next item is this plate. It's a very simple plate, but I grabbed it because of the color and because of the crazing. You can't really tell like from afar, but look at how pretty the crazing is. I'm not sure if this is ironstone or not. It doesn't have a stamp in the back or anything like that, so I'm not sure. And I don't remember if I got it for free or if I paid for it. If I paid for it, I think it was $1. But the thrift store that I go to in Kadena, in the very entrance of the thrift store, there's a section where they have free items, and I think that's where I got it. Yes, I think. If you love decorating and interior designing or whatever it is that you like, to decorate your house with, some items have just potential, some like items that people really wouldn't think to use as decorating items. But not me. I grabbed it. So I ended up using it as a plate to hold my faux pears, which is, by the way, a DIY that I'm going to be doing with you guys in a future video, maybe for the fall season. But I got these pears at Daiso for $1 each. Or less than that, and they're really pretty, but they're very neon green. So my idea is to stain them and make them a little bit darker. This is just the prototype because I was just testing the waters and see how it was gonna look. So I want to do a very like old looking pear, like those pears that you see that you don't want to eat anymore. So to have them on the plate, but that'll be for a future video. But I'm just using this plate to hold these pears. Next is an item that I have been wanting for a really long time to decorate my coffee table and my dining table. These items are just so beautiful to me and very versatile in my opinion. But I got this beautiful crock from Etsy. Let me take the florals out. Right now I have florals on it and it is currently in my coffee table, but this is just so beautiful. This crock is literally the crock of my dreams. I have been wanting a crock that has these little puny tiny handles or bigger, but this is perfect. I got this off of Etsy, and I know I said I wasn't going to get anything from Etsy anymore, but this is the last item that I'm getting from Etsy as while we are here in Japan. So it also came with a lid, but I put the lid somewhere else. I'm using it to hold my faux florals on my coffee table. I'm going to be showing you guys at the end of the video how I'm using this and how I'm styling it in my home, so I can give you kind of an idea of what you can use these Crocs for. But super pretty. I love the color. It's huge. It's in perfect condition. And I just love that it has this handle. I was thinking of taking it off, but the more that I look at it, I think the handle makes it look so pretty. Yeah, 100%. Then I was at Book Off, and I showed you guys a little glimpse of it when I saw it at the store, and I just could not pass it up because I could not believe the price on this item. But I found this beautiful gold, it's not, I don't want to say it's ornate because it doesn't have a lot of detail, only these like sections and maybe like a divot here, but other than that it's not super ornate. But it is just such a beautiful piece, and I have been wanting to find an oval mirror, specifically like a vintage looking mirror like this one. It is very difficult to find things like this here. And you guys, the price, I paid $17 for this mirror. I just could not, I was gonna pass it and I was like not gonna take it, but the more that I look at it, I'm like, okay, you are going to regret not buying this. And I'm so glad I did, because now it's mine. Emily looked at it, and well, Emily saw it and she's like, oh my gosh, I want that in my room. So I'm going to put this somewhere where we can all enjoy it, maybe in the hallway or downstairs as like we come in the house, like in the entryway. Next is this cute little, it reminds me of a cabinet that you can put in like a kitchen with mugs or spices, but I'm not sure if this was meant for dolls or not. It comes with the hooks in the back so I can put it on the wall, but I can also sit it on top of like a table or something. This is just so pretty. The color I'm not the biggest fan of because it's a little bit orange, but I am going to stain it to make it a little darker. I'm not going to sand it down or anything because I do like the stain, but I just want it to be a little bit more muted, not as orange. And then I love the chicken wire type of thing, and it just opens like that. And this inside of it is the perfect size for mugs, for espresso mugs or for spices. So I'm not sure if I'm going to put it in my kitchen or maybe on my coffee bar. We shall see where we put it, maybe in the restroom with little towels and things like that. Yeah, I really don't know where I'm putting all these things. To be honest, I normally know where I am going to put things, but this time I just don't, and I just could not pass these items up because I know that I was going to regret it. So beautiful. I found this beautiful oil painting. I have some paintings that are similar to this landscape, but they're really big paintings, like much, much bigger. And I haven't found one that is this size. And as soon as I saw it, I just could not leave it. It is an original. You can feel it and you can tell that it was painted by someone. It's not like a replica or anything like that. The back of it has a date. It says August 12, 1959. And it's in Japanese, the name of it. So I'm not sure the name of the artist because there's no name on the actual painting itself. But look at how beautiful this is. The color of it is just, the color of the frame is just the perfect gold. It's kind of bronzy gold, and I just love it so much. I love this little detail like beading on the side, and then the canvas right here. Part of this frame is the canvas on the side. It's just so beautiful. I was actually talking to my husband and I told him, look at my painting. He's like, did you paint that? Because he has seen me paint things, but not like this. I'm gonna get more into watercolor, but I was telling my husband one day I'm actually going to, like, I want to have paintings in my house that I painted. You know, like I want to have a frame like this of a painting that I did in my house. And then who knows, maybe my kids can pass them, like I can pass it on to my kids so they can have it in their home. And they're like, yeah, my mom painted that. Or like, yeah, my grandma painted that. I don't know. But I just thought this was so beautiful. And This was, I think it was like $30, which was so cheap. The last item is this Coach bag I got at 2nd Street. It is in great condition. When I saw it, I could not believe the price of it. I paid about $30 or 20 something dollars for it. I have been looking for this specific shape and this color of bag. I know that they came out with this style, but it's like a newer version, a more like modern looking version of it. But this is just so pretty. It's just so cute. I love that it has this bag in the front, and then the zipper opens up like this, and it's just a big pocket in the middle, and the shape of the strap is perfect for my shoulder. And it goes down. If I wanted to like make it longer, I could, but this is the perfect length for me since I'm short. And it's very timeless and very classic looking. I just love it so much. The monogram on it is so pretty too. This is a watercolor painting that I did yesterday, and I wanted to see how it looked on a frame, like a gold frame, and it looks so cute, you guys. I love it. So I really want to get better at it, so I'm trying to practice more. This is actually a photo that I took like in real life. What's up? Can I have this? You can have water. Okay. No Coke. I painted this off of a photo that I took when we went to the beach, and I just love the way that it looks. It's so cute. I definitely need to, work on it more, but it's cute. So I'm going to go change so that I can start redoing my table. I'm also going to be styling these items in this video with you guys, so you can see how I use them, and maybe I can give you ideas on what to look for when you're thrifting and how you can use those items in your house. Right now I'm gonna go change, put my hair up, possibly take my makeup off, and then redo this table. For this project, I'm going to be using citrus strip. I use a Japanese brand that I love, but it smells very strong, and since I'm doing it inside the house, I have to use this. So hopefully this will work for what I need it to work for. Like, there's not a lot of stain on it, so hopefully it does. But this is how the table looks, you guys. It is awful. Like, it looks so bad. I have no words. So it just needs a really good sanding, a really good staining, and hopefully I don't have to do this until like maybe years later. But for now, I'm gonna strip it down and we'll go from there. I started off by stripping the table. The reason why I didn't sand it is because I did try it once, and my sanding disc got all full of gunk because I previously waxed it. Like, the stain that I used was a stain with wax. So this is the reason why I had to strip it, because I wanted to take off all the wax that it had for me to be able to sand it down smooth and then restain it. So I'm using citrus strip. I'm going little by little. At first I started with a really thin coat, and then the more like I put it on, I started going thicker, and then I used saran wrap to cover the stripper so it wouldn't dry up on me, because I had the window open in my kitchen. It was right in front of the dining table. The reason why I didn't take the table out was because this table is very, very heavy. When I bought it off of someone on Facebook, it took 3 men to bring it out of her house and to take it inside my house. And also, I have a terrace. We recently cleaned it, and I didn't really want to take this table down. It was just going to be me and my husband, and this table is really heavy, you guys. So I rather I did it inside the house. It wasn't as bad. I mean, it was a little stinky, but the windows were open, and that day was really sunny. So that's why I did it inside the house, because I did not want to take this table out, take it down, and like do all the things. So if you are doing this inside your house, like if you really cannot do it outside, then I would 100% recommend you open your window, have some sort of ventilation. I also had a fan to kind of help with this smell, I had it pointing towards the table, so like the window, so it would like air out, if that makes sense. So I put a bunch of saran wrap, left it there for about 30 minutes and let it sit there for a little bit, well, for the 30 minutes, and then I came back and then I took off the saran wrap and scraped off the stripper section by section.
Had a good thing going, then laid it all down. It's been 500 days since I've left town, and I don't remember why I drove away, knowing that I don't you back someday. I'm tired of this single cab with a long bed, just a single man going nowhere, grown weary of all the sunsets, all the yellows and orange and red, the long drives on an open road, and the Sunday afternoons. I'm tired of living this beautiful life without you. Without you, I wish you were there for that desert ride.
So this is how the table is looking like. I already cleaned off the stripper with mineral spirits, and I just forgot to record, but I'm gonna let it dry and then I'm gonna go in, sand it down, and then restain it. It wasn't too bad. It feels very smooth, but I'm gonna have to condition it and all the things and set it down. But yeah, I really needed to take off all that stain, you guys. It was disgusting. For the sanding part, I use my DeWalt sander. I used my DeWalt sander, and then the sanding grit that I used, I think it was 120 grit and 180, and then the higher you go, the smoother it gets. Here I'm scraping off a little bit of the stripper that I like missed, but overall it was such an easy project. It was so quick. All I had to do was just strip it, sand it down, clean it off, and that's it. So I made sure to sand everything off really smooth. I would touch it with my hand to make sure that it was smooth before I went in with my stain, because I did not want to do this again and again. I just wanted to finish it up, because the stain that I'm going to use is also very, very stinky. I think that's what made my house smell like worse than the stripper. It was a stain, so I wanted to make sure that I didn't have to do my job twice. So that's what happened. I just went in with a damp cloth and then I took off all the sand, or you know what I mean. Okay, as much as I didn't want it to smell bad, it does. I can really smell it. I have the window open and I also have the little fan there going. I already sanded down the table. It's very, very smooth. I was gonna go in with a wax, but that is the wax that I used for this table and it made it gunky, and I don't want that to happen. And so I'm gonna go in with this stain. This is the stain that I used on that tiny table that I showed you guys that I did for someone. I did not want to use this because this also smells really bad, but this is like my only option that I have besides the wax, and I do not want to use that wax. I want to use this. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some gloves on and stain it and just let it be. Hopefully I love this dining table. I love it. It's so pretty. But this is not my dream dining table, and I'm praying that one day I get to find like a real farmhouse table, a long one, a more narrow one, but this is fine. This is beautiful either way. So yeah, I'm kind of like scared to do this, but here goes nothing. Once everything was cleaned, I went in with a microfiber cloth. I put on some gloves and I started sanding down, sorry, not sanding down, staining the table. I went with the grain of my table. So my table has like a horizontal and also a vertical like section, so that's why I'm going up and down on this little section, and then I'm going little by little, and then later in the video you see me using another cloth because I go in and blend the excess of the stain off so it doesn't have like streaks, if that makes sense. So I like staining with microfiber cloths. I don't like staining with foam brushes or even paint brushes. I know there's paint brushes that are specifically for stain, but in my experience, I love using a microfiber cloth or some sort of cloth because it's like a smoother application and it's just easier for me. So that's exactly what I did. I went in slowly. I applied the stain little by little because I didn't want to apply a big like section and then have it dry on me and then have to go back again and try to like blend it out. So I went little by little. Here's real time of me showing you how slow I was. I was very meticulous with how I applied the stain. And then in the video, I don't know why it looks really splotchy. I am telling you, it does not look like that anymore. You're gonna see later on in the video, once I show you guys like the final shots, how pretty it ended up looking. As of now, I have not sealed the table yet because I am going to order a polyurethane on Amazon. Unfortunately, I cannot find it here in Japan, or maybe they have one, but it's Japanese and I need to do some research. But as of now, I haven't sealed it, but it's doing great. I accidentally dropped a little coffee on it and the stain didn't come off or anything like that. But I still want to seal it because, like I said, I want my table to last as long as it can, and I don't want to restain it again, or at least not in the near future, you know? So I'm just gonna keep staining and then I will see you guys once the table is ready. I love the way the table looks. It looks more uniform. The legs match the tabletop because I stained them darker ones and the tabletop was lighter. So it looks so nice, you guys. I'm gonna leave it like that. We're gonna leave the house. We're gonna go eat tonight and I'm gonna leave the window open. So hopefully by the time we get back, it doesn't smell as bad. But this needed to be done because I was tired of seeing the table so ugly. I was gonna wait until we moved from here and I was gonna redo the table at our new house, but I just couldn't do it anymore and it definitely needed it. I want this table to last as long as possible until maybe I find a better table, but for now this is my forever table at the moment, and I want to take care of it. I want it to look pretty in my house. So it's gonna dry. I'm not sure if I should give it a second coat, but for now it looks really nice. Like this color looks really pretty. I don't know why it looks splotchy on camera, but in person it does not. It looks so even and beautiful. I do need to seal it though, so I need to find a good sealer to put on top of this table. But for now, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to put like a really pretty tablescape. I can't wait. But for now, I'm gonna let it dry, do its thing, and I'll come back with you guys once it's 100% completely done with the chairs and all the good stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna go change because we're getting ready to, we're gonna go out to eat today. So yeah, just look. Okay, just look at how pretty this color looks with the table. Like, it's so pretty. I can't wait. Just yes. It's so even and so smooth. I don't know why this part looks lighter on camera, but it's not. I promise you it's totally not. I don't know why it's picking up lighter on camera. I also love that this table has dings and like little holes here and there when I've worked on the table. I've used this table for so many projects and I love that, but it looks more rustic because of these little holes. I think it was my brad nailer. But yeah, everything looks so pretty and smooth. I'm gonna let it dry and then most likely give it a second coat. And I'm gonna stain that other leg because that one doesn't match.
Oh, girl, it must be you again. You have gone straight to my head. Take the pills and go to bed, but I'm still hooked on this. Well, you are sacred in a way. I don't know God, but still have faith that He will manifest some way when I am next to you.